in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy, howdy everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC. Coming at you from the back patio. Not at my patio chair, an umbrella underneath the umbrella and chair where I usually do my videos. I'm still under an umbrella actually, and another red umbrella, but sitting up here on the old bubble tub, on top of the bubble tub this morning. For this one, we had a gully washer of a storm last night. I'm talking about, we had hail. I'm talking about hail good as about the biggest, my pinky finger right there in size, little marbles. But anyway, it was coming in here sideways. It was a evermore storm a while, and I've got my chairs propped up on my, well, I can show you real quick. You can see over there, well, if I get over there good enough. Still ain't showed you what I want to show you. There you go. You can see I got my chairs propped up, but they are still soaking wet. So not gonna sit there this morning. I don't want a wet butt and a hungry gut. So we're just propped up here, looking at a little, some of the edge of my woods and my old I've almost said again, Kawasaki mule. I don't know why I always want to call that thing a Yamaha. But anyway, we are going to get into one today. Got a new knife I want to show y'all today. And yeah, let's get off into it. First things first, we always do our what you totin'. And we have our little pocket Jesus once again back in our pocket today. We have our Holy Land prayer cross also in our pocket. Did not, for whatever reason this morning, I forgot my flashlight. So normally I have the little micro stream flashlight, but I don't today. We do have the Open Sea leather wallet, which houses our challenge coin, and it also houses our rule number 9 HT red poker chip. So, and for Folding Hunter, we're repping Folding Hunter Friday today. We have a little pocket dropper of a fixed blade. What did I just say? Did I say Folding Hunter? Lord mercy. I think I said Folding Hunter. If I did, yeah, forgive me. For Fixed Blade Friday, we are carrying this little ditty right here. This is the Bitchmade Hidden Canyon Hunter. And honestly, this would have been another good one to have shown the other night on my live show, on Lefty and I's live show, where we did deerskin and knives, our favorite deerskin and knives. Because really, as you can see, we got index finger jimping up here, we got thumb jimping. This is part of Bitchmade's Hunt Series, and this is its intended purpose is a little hunting knife, a little skinning knife. But I have pretty much relegated this dude to an EDC. I am having all kind of trouble this morning. Can't even get it in the in the sheath this morning. But we have added this little pocket clip on the front, and it will go right down in my front pocket. I just pocket dropped this little dude. Again, comes with this nice little taco kydex sheath. But yeah, this is a fantastic little EDC, or of course hunting and skinning knife. Check out that little spine work there. They got a nice little kind of gear pattern or scalloped spine on this thing. Full tang, as you can see. Got a little HT lanyard on this dude, but yeah, the Benchmade Hidden Canyon Hunter for Fixed Blade Friday, not to be misconstrued with Folding Hunter Friday. I guess I just make too many Fridays, huh? They're all running together, but that is what we're rocking today. Pocket dropping that little dude this Friday. One more sip here of the old Coca-Cola Cherry, and we will get into a new knife that I'm going to show y'all guys today. And this one is one that I have showed the fella. We have a little, I got to tell the backstory. We got a little like 9 or 10 person phone chat group that I kind of started up, and we are affectionately known as the Fellers of the Yeller. I don't know where I don't know why I started that. I think one day we were all showing our yellow Delrin knives way back when. I don't even know what the backstory is, but you know, on the phone it'll say, do you want to name your group? And where, you know, I just have everything in one thing, and I know it's from my chat, I named it Fellers of the Yeller. So anywho, I got this bright idea. We needed us a Fellers of the Yeller knife. So not to be construed with Fellers of the Orange, by Cornbread and Brian Sherwood. Not exactly, I think it was Brian, I believe, that started up the Fellers of the Orange. But like I said, this is a little chat group we just have on our phones that we talk and show pictures and, you know, that kind of jazz all day long. But Fellers of the Yeller. So anyway, I get this harebrained idea that we should have a club knife for our little phone chat group. And so this is where this came in. So first of all, we'll show you the box that came in. Everybody knows that. Bear and Son, made in the old USA on this one. That is the model number. I can get that to focus. Anybody wants to, which it'll be in my my video description, but if anybody wants to kind of track down this knife that I'm about to show, that is the model number C3180. Comes in this little box, and this is the knife. Now folks, that is some kind of yellow right there, huh? I said, we will get a club knife for Fellas of the Yeller. Go big or go home. And this little ditty is bright. So don't get much more yeller than that one. But we'll go ahead and get this thing open. Check it out. Just a beautiful little knife. I love it. Thought it was, and I do. I am an old sucker for the old vintage, I guess you'd say the old men knives out in front of the old feed store that sit out there in those chairs and chew tobacco and tell lies. I love it. I grew up with that kind of stuff, you know, the old fellas sitting around out there in front of the old feed store or old gas station, and they'd have their pocket knives out and they'd be whittling and again telling tall tales. I harken back to those times. I'm kind of an old soul like that myself. But anyway, where I'm going with all that, about 50% of the time you'd see those old guys and they'd have an old yellow Delrin Trapper or, you know, Stockman or something like that. Yellow Delrin was just classic. It's timeless. Takes a beating, you know, keeps on ticking. I just love it. Of course, you know I'm Mr. Red. HT's not saying I'm Mr. Yellow now, but I really do enjoy yellow, but they'll never be, but HT Red will always be numero uno for me. But anyway, let's get into this knife. You look right here on that handle, and if you guys know Barron Son very well, if you see that 4th generation shield, it says 4th gen on it, 4th generation. I think that's what it says, yeah. Carbon. It says carbon up top, 4th generation. Well, carbon steel. That denotes right there, telltale sign that your blade steel is going to be carbon. So this indeed is 1095. And we will show you that Barron Son stamped, not etched or lasered or whatever, stamped writing, tank stamp here on the front. And if we flip that around once again, CS for carbon steel and USA. So definitely made in the USA. Got the long elongated bolster. This is, if I hadn't said it yet, it's kind of obvious. This is a Barlow. This is a 4-inch Barlow. So a hand feeling job for me. Look at all that we got coming out the back. And if I choke up all the way to the little finger guard, yeah, all that right there. If I just grab it loosey-goosey, still definitely a 4-finger grip on this. Like I said, 4-inch handle and 3-inch blade on this, so you are looking at 7 inches overall. And basically you have a nice they call it sheep's foot, I'm sure. 4-inch yellow Delrin Barlow. Actually, it doesn't say. That does come down at a pretty aggressive slant there, so I would still call this a sheep's foot, but you could make a case that is also got some Warncliffe qualities to it. The way, instead of it, you know, slowly just rounding off here at the front end, it kind of comes and pretty well aggressively drops. So how about a modified sheep's foot? Can we settle on that one? Not your traditional, you know, slow sloping sheep's foot, but I'm gonna say it's closest to a sheep's foot, but that's up for interpretation. Has some beautiful half stops. Look at this wall, both directions. Beautiful. Long pull nail nick on this dude, which I always love, but honestly, this is one that you can just, you got enough meat right here, you can just go in and pinch and pull her open. Has a hollow grind on this thing, as you can see right here with that ricasso. It kind of thins from about that nail nick up there, probably kind of like a 2/3 or a 3/4 height hollow grind on this one. We have some pretty flats up here on the top of the spine, and a nice good looking swedge right here all the way down to that tip. Y'all can see that kind of a two-tone effect there. Really nice on both sides, but just a good looking classic knife in my opinion. And I know three or four of the guys in our chat group have went ahead and bought this knife. So like I said, that's why we're calling it the club knife now, kind of tongue-in-cheek. But yeah, loving this thing. Obviously we don't have any tieners on it. I haven't cut anything acidic with it yet, but that will change. Good old yellow Delrin and carbon steel. We got to get this thing kind of smokied up and blacked up a little. That's way too shiny for me right now. We got to get some character on this thing. But in fit and finish, I'm gonna tell you, pretty darn good. I can show y'all centering. Look at that. Look at that. Booyah. Right down the middle on centering. All the transitions, the pins are nice and smooth. I found one thing, you know, HT, I'm always going to find something. If I wanted to nitpick, and to me it's kind of nitpicking, in the half stop, if you can tell, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you what I'm talking about. Maybe right there. If you can see, just right up here, it has just a little bit of stepping in the half stop position. You can feel, you know, you can feel the blade, the back spring here rose up just a little above the bolster, but when you open it up, it becomes completely flush, and closed, it is completely flush. Give you all a look at those back springs closed, no gaps. So honestly, that is it. And like I say, I doubt, maybe if you look like a hawk right there, you can see it's ever so raised a 1/16 of an inch, maybe, in half stop. But like I told you, I'm nitpicking. Do you cut anything in half stop position? No, you don't. So come on. But again, you know, it's just little things I check, you know, when I really scrutinize a knife, you know, I check, you know, how flush it is in all positions. But again, that has that much to do with functionality. Like I said, you ain't cut nothing like this, are you, in half stop? So yeah. Only, and again, the only flaw, and I use that term loosely, if you even call that a flaw on this knife, everything else is chef's kiss, beautiful. So anywho, there's nothing new about this knife either. This knife has been around now, I think, a couple of years. When Bear & Son came out with their 4-inch Barlows, so this is nothing cutting edge, like really new. This has been out maybe even longer than that, 2 or 3 years possibly now. But I just thought, you know, tongue-in-cheek wise, we call our little phone group the Fellers of the Yeller. I said, I need to get me a Fellers of the Yeller knife, and this is what we went with. And I'm loving it. Sharp, I didn't mention that. It was sharp, didn't have a cinder block ground edge. So, case, I don't know, something got in my throat there. Edge on it when it came from the factory. I did, being a knife guy, of course, I touched it up, hit it a few licks on my work sharp, and it is hair popping sharp now. But it was sharp. It wasn't, you know, didn't have a jagged or burry edge. You know, I joke around with that. Gives a certain manufacturer a little grief over that, but I think duly, I think that is something that, anyway, I won't get off on my soapbox on that one, but there's no reason a knife don't come to you sharp. There's just not. I'm gonna get off there. This came sharp. It is now sharper, ready to go, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful half stops again. Listen to that. Good audio. Mwah! Love it. So, anywho, that's what I got for you today. Wishing everybody a happy upcoming weekend, and hope y'all have some big plans. 2 more weeks to good old college football, baby. I can't wait. That is my time of the year. Go Canes. Hoping for a big year out of my boys this year. But anyway, whatever you're getting into this weekend, I hope it's a good time. And may the Lord bless you and keep you until we see you again. I'm HT. God bless. We're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see. HT's